Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video, and I'm going to be talking about another disturbing topic. As you can tell just by looking at the image, you have a popular youngster who happens to be on TikTok, but it's more than what it seems, because I need to address this so that it would be important whether you guys are adults or minors, that you listen in and what needs to be heard. So on the right, there's a site that's similar to OnlyFans. So apparently, it's not apparently, but it is confirmed that this girl is selling her body to other men out there. I don't know personally what could have influenced her because I'm not in this girl's shoes, but we can assume that a lot of it has to do with the parenting. She feels that she is independent, that considering how big she's grown based on her content, and she's not being supervised. But it's also important for the parents to do their job and be able to look out for their kids, even though it might not be 24/7, but would see what they do on social media. So this is another app that she's using because I'm guessing she most likely decided to use this site besides OnlyFans, because apparently what I can tell is that you can pay a certain amount. A person can charge a certain amount for you to actually be able to get access to their pictures and possibly video footage. And I feel the reason why she decided to take this path because of the amount of Instagram models that decide to do it. Because she does, not only does she do TikTok, she does Instagram and all sorts of stuff. But this is very important also as to why I bring this up, because this wouldn't surprise me if there are numerous teenagers like her doing this, and most likely maybe the law is not really gonna look into it. The government doesn't really care, because in this day and age it seems like young prostitution is normalized, and that there still needs to be action needs to be taken care of, whether it's the parents. I personally believe that it's not the police's job unless the minor comes in contact with an adult. But this kind of stuff perpetuates young girls from taking risks, as well as putting themselves out there when they should be focusing on their school. And I do realize, based on the amount of research and how this topic was trending, eventually her TikTok ended up getting banned because she is posting a lot of provocative and inappropriate videos. Not due to her age, but she's trying. So to say whose fault is it? To be honest, you kind of have to blame the parents for not being responsible enough, for not looking after their kid, for not warning them, even if they've tried, or if they try to do their best. But at the same time, you also have to keep them clear of TikTok or any other toxic website that promotes this kind of behavior. But again, at the same time, yes, she made her own decisions too, but at the same time, the parents should be able to understand. It just seems really off. Like, it just seems like the parents are also in it for the money, as to why they have no issue considering how popular it is. Yeah, when a certain person becomes popular, and they happen to be a member of the family, sometimes the parents actually encourage them. They are willing to they're willing to make them do sacrifices. They're willing to make sacrifices by having their kid be plastered online. They're willing to let their kid expose themselves, as long as it's helping the family manage their own time, manage their own money, because they feel that they don't have to worry about having to look after her since she's doing them a favor. But again, that's just my opinion. I can't really assume, because doesn't mean I'm entirely correct. But that could be otherwise as to why they did decide to not to step in. But that's just simply how I think of it, as to what could be going on behind closed doors. And I'm not to pursue it, I'm just simply sharing my thoughts because, and again, this is still trending, and I feel like people need to bring awareness upon these kids Because even though, regardless how much you explain to them, there are kids out there that are hard-headed and like who aren't willing to listen, who refuse to actually to do the right thing. But again, all the amount of internet, the amount of social media, the amount of videos that is ingrained in these kids' minds, they are willing to take this path because they feel that, because they idolize the people that they watch, because they want someone to they want somebody to look up to rather than their parents or somebody in the household. So they feel like by doing that, they can see themselves in that situation, and they'll be able to follow that person's footsteps, because they feel like if they engage and they put themselves out there on social media, there's a chance that they can be able to build their own following and they can catch up to their role model and be able to compete. So these kids still look at it as a game. That's how you know these kids, their brain isn't fully developed to the point where they don't understand how the real world works. Even if it means, even though they don't realize they're putting their lives at risk, they feel that not a lot of people are stupid enough to expose themselves or go to jail, and they simply, because they believe that just because they're a kid that they can get away with it, that people are simply going to be nice or not going to get physical with them. When there's several cases where a lot of adults that are willing to get physical with the kid, especially if it's for their own gratification, if if anything that pleases that person. Just like how these kids try to please themselves by going online, trying to build their own fan base and promote their behavior. And it's just like I Show Speed that I spoke about, but I'm not gonna put in too much detail because it's in one of my previous rant videos. You could also be sure to check that out. But again, at this age, 15 years old, there's no reason for somebody there's one thing for someone to go viral, become popular, but there's no reason for somebody to just put themselves out there and try to do OnlyFans and trying to even try to invite herself with a grown men, other adults, because that basically she's trying to say that she feels that she's old enough, she can take care of herself, that she can handle being with these adults. But what would happen if one of them decides to get physical? I'm not gonna uh, just sit there and just pretend like they're not, like she's innocent. But at the same time, it's like, yes, the adults should be responsible. They should be held accountable. But be aware of the consequences when you put yourself in danger, when you put yourself in that situation. Because there are people out there who have no problem getting physical. They have no problem treating you like dirt. Because the world we live in, you don't know the true colors of how people really think. You don't know how their mentality works. So it's best to think outside the box and not trust anybody that you don't trust anybody that you simply meet or you just decide to hang out with just because they were nice to you online. So a lot of these kids are easily manipulated. They believe just by simply talking to someone, they're already close with the person. And like I said in my previous videos, it's better to know the person first, and I mean in reality besides online, because online, yes, could be safer. You may feel like comfortable, but it makes more sense to try to adjust with the person while meeting them in person. But at the same time, if you are a minor, you should not take the risk regardless. But again, she will continue possibly making her own content, being herself, flexing what she has left, and someone needs to pursue her, especially most likely a family member, in order for her to stop, if that's what it takes. But maybe it's not enough, because I feel like I can't really assume how much value she's making, whether she's making money, which she clearly is making money. But I don't know. I don't have the results, so I'm not too sure. She's not Bad Baby, but whether she is making money and she's willing to profit off of what she's doing, at the same time, that's what's creating this arrogance. This is what's making her feel that what she's doing is necessary, in order for her to live her own life and not being told what to do. And it's also important for parents to take action, regardless whether their kid is succeeding and finding ways to make money, but it's also trying to keep them in the clear so they don't end up putting themselves at risk, because social media can be dangerous if you try to meet people in real life just because you know them online, and that itself isn't a-okay. And I said this before, parents need to do a better job monitoring their kids so that they don't lead themselves into the wrong path, and then the kid can realize, even though they made several mistakes in the past, that they can be able to change and make a better living. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.